most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
We
Bob.
say that with such authority.
Well, Bob, I feel confident
I'm starting
today.
to believe it. Okay, today we're talking about how to improve your balance in 5 minutes.
That's right.
People tend to lose their balance, Brad, because of many things, but one is weakness.
Mm-hmm.
2 would be distraction. This is where my mom has fallen several times. She's walking along. One time she was at church and someone yelled to her and she looked and down she went.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't be yelling at church anyways. Like
Yeah,
that.
I know. It was actually after church. And
Oh,
she was
that's
walking
okay
outside. They tend to lose their balance forward.
Right.
They tend to lose their balance backward. Pretty common.
And usually it's one way or the other
Right,
for,
right.
for the individual.
Or they may tend to lose their balance whenever they try to do something sideways.
Yep,
Which you come into life and let quite a bit.
Right. Yep, absolutely.
So we're going to go ahead and show you. These are all 30-second ones that you can do. And for a total of 8 minutes. It might take a little longer today because we're explaining.
Right.
And I'm going to show you some advanced versions of those too.
Sure.
Which will make it a little harder, but they also work on your balance better.
And you don't have to do all these. Go through
No,
them.
you
You
don't.
might find 2 or 3 of them that really challenge you and you feel are appropriate for you, and then work on those.
Yeah. And at the end, we're going to show you a couple of massage guns. We actually, or a handheld massager, we actually are doing a giveaway of one of our massage guns, and we'll give you the details on it at the end. You can forward to the end of the video if you don't want to watch us talk about this balance stuff.
Yeah, go right to the giveaway.
All right. So number one, I want you to get used to putting some weight on one leg and leaning forward while you're doing this balance exercise. Now, you're going to have a bed in front of you or a couch or something so that if you lose your balance, you just fall into the bed.
You're safe.
So I'm going to start with my right leg forward,
Okay.
my left leg back, and so I'm going to lean forward like this.
But not touching it
Not
unless
touching
you,
the bed.
unless you need to.
Fingertips if you want.
Okay. So you feel the weight through
What
that
you're
right
doing,
foot.
and the back leg too, but what you're doing is getting some strengthening, plus you're working on balance
Yep.
at the same time.
And you really, you're working them
I
quads.
want you to keep good posture,
Yeah.
Brad.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. There we go.
None of this.
Yes,
Ah.
exactly. All right, we're going to do that for 30 seconds, and then we're going to skip. We're going to go right to the left leg. That is forward now. And the right leg is back, and now I'm doing some of these forwards.
If 30 seconds is too long, and you're
Yeah, you
getting
can start off
fatigued,
a lot slower.
just take your time
Right.
and relax.
Eventually, 30 seconds won't be hard for you, but to start off, it might be too much. Sidestepping. Again, we talked about how people tend to lose their balance sidestepping. You're going to have the bed in front of you, and you can go to the side like this.
Right.
And just keeping weight forward so that it's putting stress on your toes and your feet, but you're going side to side.
Try good posture. So
You
you're
can try to
you're
pick
here.
up the speed as you get better at this.
Yeah. And I don't know. I had people do this oftentimes with a countertop in front of them.
Right.
A little taller. Sometimes it prevents too much flexing.
Yeah, I like the leaning forward, Brad. It really puts stress on your balance.
Sure, I
I
understand.
mean,
Yep.
if you have a countertop, you're just going like this, and it's not very difficult.
Sure.
So, if your balance is really bad and, you can't lean forward like that, start with a
Sure.
countertop.
Okay.
All right, toe lifts. Again, this is something where you're probably going to want to hold on to a countertop or something like this because you basically, I want to show on you, Brad, because the camera can see you.
Yeah. So I'm going to hold on to the chair. You could go in front of you, a solid chair, not a wobbly one, or a countertop, up on the toes, and then we're going to rock back on the heels. But this going back on the heels, a lot of times people feel like they're doing this.
Yes, that's why you want to have a solid surface to hold on to.
Yeah. And just if you do feel that way, you're just going to touch it a little bit. Don't try and max out and get it way up high. You should feel safe with this and a little bit challenged on your balance. We're strengthening the ankles, which is critical for your balance.
Did I skip backward squats?
Yeah.
I skipped them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so. That's
all right. So you go up to your bed And
Oh yes, this is a nice one.
I'm going to have you lean back kind of a little bit and just work on trying to go back without falling back.
Sure.
So you can put your legs out a little further. And yeah, you can have a chair in front of you too.
Sure.
If you're really, really worried. But you want to start working on going back further and further without losing your balance.
And if you do lose your balance, the
Yeah.
bed or a chair is
Right,
behind you.
right. It'll
You're-
be just there to catch you.
Yeah. This
So-
is one I know I was at a continuing ed course, and there was a study done, more than one study, that said this is the #1 exercise for balance in the geriatric
Squats.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like
because
this.
it's going to strengthen all the muscles of the lower extremity. Plus, to me, you're working on
Functional.
function. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
A lot of people do fall getting in or out of a chair, so we want to be very efficient with that.
You want to do backwards walking and marching, Brad?
You bet. So again, something to balance yourself on is here. You know, if you have someplace, I've had people if they have something on both sides, which isn't that common unless you got a narrow hallway
Right.
with handrails. But so we're just going to work backwards walking. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with this one, do not do it.
Right.
You may want to have someone alongside you to get started.
Or you might want to have that countertop like this where
Yeah.
you could really grab onto something.
Right, so you're stable. I've had some people that have a handrail down their hallway, then they got really something stable.
We really want you to be practicing this under control so that when you have to do it in real life, it's not the first time you're doing it.
Right,
You know.
exactly.
So how about marching, Brad?
Okay.
So this is forcing you to balance on one
yeah.
leg.
Now, marching, you know, I've had people go up to the countertop or the bed. I like to have them tall, so sometimes a little taller.
Yeah.
But your knees will bump into things.
Right.
So standing sideways can offer you more range of motion. And maybe this is all tall, you know, starting out, this is good enough. And as you get stronger and you feel that you can bring your knees up higher, then you can turn sideways and work that balance.
Okay, the last two things I want you to do is a lot of people lose their balance when they're trying to pick something off the floor.
Yeah. Yep.
So again, I want you to do it in a controlled circumstance.
Sure.
So you're going to be next to the bed here. You can grab onto the bed if you want. And normally if you do pick something off the floor, it is good to have something near you that you can hold on to.
Right. Yep.
But you can try just having your hand here and you're going to reach all the way down to the floor with the right hand and do that for 30 seconds. And then you're going to go all the way down to the floor with the left hand
Yep.
and reach down for 30 seconds.
And again, if 30 seconds is too much, you're tired after 2 or 3,
Right.
give it a break and keep working on it on a daily basis.
Brad, do you mind grabbing me that weight, that kettlebell? Where
yeah,
do we put it?
I got it right here,
Oh.
handy dandy.
So this is 30 pounds, right? Yeah, 30 pounds. Probably way too much for most people.
Right.
But you maybe start off with just 10 pounds or something, a couple of soup
Well,
cans maybe.
10 pounds of soup.
Yeah.
There's a dumbbell with 3 pounds. Anything light.
Right,
You know,
right.
You should feel not challenged or dangerous with
So
it.
you can go through the entire list and maybe add some weight to it,
Mm-hmm.
to some of these. Like the one where you put the right foot forward. I really like this one. You can actually swing forward like this and reach forward while you're maintaining your weight with the weight in place.
This would be really nice. You could duplicate this with an empty bucket. Put in some, you know, a can of soup or a little bit more, then you would have exactly what you're doing. So you're saying this is the bed and we're just,
That's the bed in front of it. Or
Okay.
it could be like a milk jug.
Sure.
You could fill that with water and just go back and forth. Now, if you want to make this even harder, then look back and forth like this while you're doing this.
sure.
It doesn't seem like it is much, but it is. It
Makes a big
It
difference.
throws you off. Now, you can do the left foot also, and the left foot, and you can also turn back and forth like this.
Yep.
Now, you can also do sidestepping with this, where you actually
That is advanced.
go like this and look back and forth like this.
And this might be if you're bringing in some groceries and you're stepping into the cupboard or into the bathroom, you have to do some sidestepping.
Anytime you're lifting something, Brad,
Sure.
you know, you're lifting something, often there's not big hallways and you got to go sideways or you're trying to lift.
Getting through a narrow
right,
spot.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's really the advanced ones. I don't know if I would recommend any more than that.
Yeah, right.
Everything else, you really can't really add too much weight to it.
Yeah, because these are challenging. If you can
Yeah.
get through all those, you're probably, onto
All right,
other things.
let's go to our
Oh,
giveaway, Brad.
yes.
So we're giving away the X6 massage gun, which is actually our most heavy-duty massage gun. It's got the most travel or
Yep.
amplitude. It's got the most power, and it's probably the most expensive one.
Yep.
But if you are elderly and you don't want to win this one, you could actually buy one of our handheld massagers.
Right.
This is a real bargain.
Yeah, this is much cheaper than that one. It's not near as powerful as that one, but we
Doesn't have as much amplitude.
yeah, for someone who's 60, 70 years or older, this is probably what you're going to want. Probably not that, and I think it's like a third of the cost of that, right around
right,
in there.
exactly.
And they work very well. We've had excellent luck with them and good feedback.
But if you want to win one for a grandson or granddaughter,
there you go. If they're
go to
especially
bobandbrad.com,
Yeah.
go to the giveaway section, sign up for it, or go to Bob and Brad on Facebook.
The
You can
Facebook.
sign up on the page. It'll be pinned to the top of the page.
That's
The
right.
contest.
Just click on it. It'll tell you what to do.
Do it today. I don't know what that is.
Why, Bob? That deserves a why.
All right. Check us out.